I'm Brooke.
I'm Ryan.
And we decided to channel our energy while trapped in quarantine to give you the definitive ranking of the Kingdom Hearts worlds. A list that you probably never asked for.
But you need. Maybe.
Full disclosure, we know nothing about games.
But we are experts in Kingdom Hearts. Sort of. World by world, we're going to make you fall in love with the game again.
And also with us.
Maybe. So let's escape into the beautiful Disney worlds of Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts.
A podcast.
A podcast.
And we're back with Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts.
Kyle.
Hi.
Welcome. Welcome from New York to the pod where time and space don't exist, only hearts. How are you today?
I mean, I'm good. I just learned that my Wi-Fi is not good enough to send sound over the interwebs, so I'm a little sad for my state of affairs there, but otherwise I'm great.
Kyle, I'm just saying, if you come back to Missouri, we have Google Fiber here, which is one of the many perks of living in your home state, former home state.
And also, if you come to LA, I'm here.
Great Wi-Fi in Missouri, Brooke in LA. You take your pick. Our hearts can be connected from afar or in person, but these are the perks of our worlds.
Ryan has a yellow, a red, and a blue Trinity, but I have two white Trinities.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. I'm really going to have to go speak with all of my closely held ones so they can advise me on which direction to go, because that is just an overwhelming decision. Come back to me in a couple days.
We're actually going to come back to you right now, generally, but
Kyle, I have a big question for you. What is your relationship to the video game series Kingdom Hearts? There's only one.
I just started playing the game probably 3 or 4 months ago, but because the fabulous co-host Brooke Wiseman has been my friend for quite a many years, I've heard the name, but not much else for many, many years. And so, the boredom finally got to quarantine. No, this is your fault. Just, wear it on your sleeve like a badge.
No, I think I take full responsibility for sort of forcing you to play this game, but I wouldn't say you know what? Whatever, I'll take it.
Okay, you know what? Here, let me amend it. I never listened when you talked about it because I've never been a gamer. So I was like, okay, yeah, it's a thing that Brooke likes, and I'm gonna go have another beer. But I finally over quarantine got bored enough and said, screw it, I'm going to pay $21 to have all of the first 4 games on one disc. And then I, jumped in Shark Tale first.
Ryan, did you know that when you signed on to do this podcast with us today that you were actually signing up to mediate couples therapy?
Brooke, I had a feeling, and I know we're going to get to some contentious issues, including the world's wonderland later on. But I'm down for it. I'm down to mediate.
Thank you. Well, here's one of the reasons why we're talking about Atlantica, the Little Mermaid world today. And I think one of the reasons why we brought Kyle on for this, and Ryan, please jump in whenever you see fish.
I hate you. You better mediate me from ripping her hair off.
Not only did we think that Kyle would like this world, but I have to be honest that Kyle's singing voice is one that I would Ursula steal if I could.
It's the perfect male voice, I will say. I was thinking about him have I heard any male voice that's better than Kyle Sherman's? And the answer is no. You could make the worst Kingdom Hearts world soundtrack work in your voice. So we might put you to the test.
Wow. I'm shaking with gratitude at all of the compliments. But thank you so much. And now that the world knows, hit me up on my socials.
Kyle, kill, fuck, marry, Sora, Donald, Goofy.
Oh, for sure. Okay. You have to marry Sora.
Interesting. He is a fuckboy.
No, but there's just that heart man. If we're gonna go back to the theme of the damn game, he just tries so hard for his friends, and I'll be his friend for life with a ring on it. And it's hard with the kill and the fuck between the other two, because I would love to put my hands around Donald's throat and just squeeze the life out of him, but he's the magic guy. And the magic is my favorite part of the game. So I think I might have to.
Not during sex. You mean in general, you're not a Donald man.
No, I want to kill Donald, but I want.
Okay, wow, that's not what I interpreted.
Neither.
Yeah, that's because you're dirty. You go straight to sex before murder, and that is on you, my friend. So
I'll take that. I will take that.
Same.
But I think I'm gonna fuck Goofy and kill Donald.
I think I would, even though I resonate and like strongly with Donald, I think I would fuck Sora, marry Goofy, and kill Donald. I just don't think he would make a good lover. I think he's sloppy with his, like he's got a lot of spit going on. Like he's sloppy. Like I feel like, and marriage wise, he's got a temper. Goofy, like I know would sort of like support me through life. And like, even if it was like a sexless marriage, but like Sora, I've seen the way he shares his hearts with other worlds, and I'm not ready I don't trust him.
She's not a sharer.
No.
Also, another thing to think about when hopefully everyone decides to kill Donald is that Donald takes so long to get good at anything that is it worth your time?
Yeah, he has low HP, and I want a lover that sustains.
Thank you. I'm there with that. I'm in agreement.
I guess the question here is, I guess I've never understood this really about fuck, kill, marry. Is it you fuck them sustainably, like, or not sustainably, like there's you fuck them over.
I'm sustainably fucked. I am fuck to table, actually.
Fuck to table. Yeah, I mean I'm like the way you recycle a plastic bottle and it becomes a slide. That's me.
Listen, I'm single, and gentlemen, I want you to know that these eggs are pasture raised.
Gotta go.
Welcome to the podcast, guys.
Yeah, this is you're hitting the right tone right now. It starts off with Kingdom Hearts. It becomes something much darker. You've really captured the undertones. No pun intended with that asterisk there. Okay, so I think my fuck, kill, marry, it just depends if the fuck is over a long period of time or if it's just a one night stand. This is the person you have sex with forever, or is it just you have sex with one time?
I think you maybe have sex with them a couple of times.
Oh,
or one time.
Different things.
I think it's either one time or like maybe you get 3 times so you guys can get to know each other's body.
Oh, you know body.
No, listen, you get a trinity of fucks.
Oh, 3 fucks. I love that.
3 fucks, you're out. Sounds like Northwestern hookup culture. Am I right?
Call them out.
Okay. I don't know if people still hook up anymore in Northwestern. They probably just, I don't know. Yeah, that would be for the best. So, okay. My interpretation was that maybe it is a trinity of fucks. Who you marry is the person you kind of sustainably have sex with. I can't think of the right word, but you know what I mean. But you also share.
I think it's just consistently.
I think consistently is the word. Yes. Okay. This is making sense. So the person you marry is you do also have sex with on a consistent basis.
If you want.
That wasn't my understanding, but my answer still stands if that's the case.
Okay. This is hard. Okay, I cannot bring myself to have sex with Goofy. Nor do I think I could marry Goofy. I just think it would be it would drive me to an early grave trying to keep up conversation with Goofy. Like, oh, I don't know what do you want to do? Like, I would rather argue with someone than just have repetitive, monotonous, folksy talk. So I think I'm going to kill Goofy. And that leaves me with Sora and Donald. I think I want to, wrap my arms around the throat of Sora and squeeze the life out of him.
Sexually or in real
consistently in a relationship. So I think I'm going to marry him. So I'm gonna marry Sora. I'm gonna fuck Donald. I think it would be.
Dead ass.
Dead ass, really, I think is all I need to say. And there would be magic involved, and maybe it would help him, I don't know, get his HP up. Who knows? Yeah,
you build that, baby. You level him up. Yeah. Speaking of nothing, should we go and talk about the world we're meant to talk about?
I think we probably should. I'm sweating.
I'm sweating as well.
I'm sweating, and fall weather is here in New York, so I win.
So Atlantica. Here are the things I love about Atlantica. I'm just going to launch in. 1, I love Triton. He is, to me, the ultimate daddy. Like, truly, like when I go to Disney World and I ride that Little Mermaid ride, which only go on because there's no line and you need to get inside, every time I'm like, damn, Triton's a daddy. Those abs, that care. Okay. Second, Ursula, hands down the greatest villain of all time. I rewatched Little Mermaid this week, and Ursula's like one of the only female villains that sings. So love her for that. And 3,
Is that
Prince
true?
Eric. Yeah, think of one.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
That is a male
Scar.
villain. Is a male villain.
Did you say specifically female villains?
I did.
I missed that part because I don't think about women like that. I don't think about gender like that.
That's so amazing of you.
I know. It's
Wow.
really strong of me, actually.
Okay,
Brave
well, someone
act.
shackle my ankles and throw me in the ocean. And then 3rd, Eric is my type. So, you know what? And I love Jodie Benson. I love this world more than I thought. All right, everyone, I'm done. Bye. Ryan, what are your initial takes on Atlantica?
Well, I agree with everything you're saying. I'm not sure Triton being a daddy is enough to save the world Atlantica or get it a good score in my book. Ursula, by far the best villain in the game, 2 of the best boss fights, and I actually just watched Howard on Disney Plus, which is all about Howard Ashman.
So good.
Did you write it? Oh, incredible! And seeing
Did I
the
write
old
it?
illustrations.
I didn't write it, but I did watch it.
Did you say? Wait, did I say write it?
Yes.
Brooke, surprise! I wrote a documentary about Howard Ashman. Did you write it? I'm truly losing my mind. Yes. Okay. So that was a great documentary. But do you remember all the illustrations of what Ursula was supposed to look like before they made her a full-bodied octopus?
I self-identify also as a full-bodied octopus.
I mean, I guess the design went from full-bodied octopus to Divine the drag queen, which, like, is that really a huge change?
Absolutely not. And I didn't even really know who Divine the drag queen was. And now that I see it, it's an inspired choice to bring drag culture into Disney movies in the late 80s. I think it's a beautiful thing.
Kyle and Ryan. So when we arrive in Atlantica, we find out that Sora, Donald, and Goofy have been transformed into a merman, an octopus, like an octopus, and a turtle. If you were in Atlantica in the world of Kingdom Hearts, what sea creature do you think you would turn into?
Well, I think just like this may sound like very egotistical of me, but I would absolutely be a dolphin. All I can think about is swimming around with a tail like that. And I played this game months ago, so I've been thinking about it every day for months. I think I would be a dolphin, one that's like very joyful, but will attack if it feels like it, whether or not it's provoked.
Yes, those vicious dolphin attacks that we hear about. That's many. I think I would be like a big lobster.
Oh, I see it. I really do.
I love that. And I think I would be like a little squid, like sort of like Donald, but like more like the pink baby octopus in Finding Nemo that inks.
Yeah, you ink on accident. That's very you, but like in a sexy way.
Oh my God. Yeah, I just ink. It's my mating call.
Back to Atlantica. So we're talking about the merits of sort of Little Mermaid as a movie. We're talking about Prince Eric, who we all can agree is very hot. I will say that the hottest guy I ever dated was British and looked just like Prince Eric, and his name was Ryan, so it never would have worked. But he is not in this game. He is not in this game. And a lot of these things we're talking about, Triton can still be daddy in Under the Sea, Atlantica, and Ursula can still be villainous. But does the absence of Eric hurt the world generally?
Yeah.
It makes me less interested in the world. Does it hurt the world in its own right? I'm not sure.
Here's the thing, and this is something I thought a lot about because I've come up with a rating. The whole thing about Ariel just generally wanting to go to other worlds and being very taken by her new friends who are allegedly from another world, according to Ursula, just doesn't seem like a strong enough reason for her to steal the trident. Like Eric could be a faraway. Like the statue could have come down and she could be like, I want to go to the human world. They could have found a way to integrate the plot of Little Mermaid, because then when they do it again in 2, it feels very repetitive.
So I don't know anything beyond where I currently am in Chain of Memories, which is literally 30 minutes ago I entered Atlantica. Thank you very much.
You're
I
welcome.
I felt compelled and like it made sense to me that if in the original Little Mermaid, like she wants to visit a new world, the human world, then she discovers that there's like literal other universe worlds. Like that's just like an exponential one up that would like drive her to do crazy shit. I don't know. It makes sense to me.
Okay,
Because she
I hear
wanted to
that.
go to the human world before Eric.
That's true. Part of your world does happen before.
That's true. And as we learned from Howard, they almost cut that song. Okay, Kyle, I agree. I will say though, when you get to the resolution of Chain of Memories Atlantica, that one is ridiculous. Like the whole plot is that Ursula kidnaps Flounder and then she steals the trident.
Spoiling this for me?
I'm sorry.
No, it's
sorry.
okay. I really don't like Chain of Memories, so I'm just trying to get through it as fast as possible to get back to like the normal ass game and 2. Is that blasphemous?
No, I'm just normal ass game. Nag. It's like WAP.
It's like WAP.
And that normal ass game.
Normal ass game. Okay, Kyle.
Uh-huh.
The thing that's different about this world than what makes this world different from all other worlds? Well, in this world we swim. And it's a little bit tricky. Kyle, I feel like I know, have some thoughts about this.
Yeah, I don't like it. I get why it's there, but like at this point in the game, because this is one of the optional worlds, yes? Like you could do like this or Halloween Town or something, right?
Yes, correct.
Correct. Why
so
would
at this point in the game,
yes.
okay.
Honestly.
Right. Well, at this point in the game, when I played it, I went here before Halloween Town. So like and also I can go into a diatribe about how I hate going online and like looking up how to do things. So I have been just like fully learning how to do the game on my own, which means it takes a little bit longer. And so I've just really gotten down how to fight really well and like use my magic and move essentially. And now they add an entire other dimension of movement and buttons that I have to push to be able to fight these people. And I'm not really about it, to be honest. But I do like watching, and he is a dolphin / shark. I like watching the dolphin / shark move around. So that's the only thing that makes it a little bit better.
And I love that. Thank you for your honesty. Ryan, I know you have, were you the one that talked about this? Was it in an earlier episode? It would either be you or no one. Like
50-50.
The mermaid
shot,
kick,
Brooke.
that it like doesn't make sense that you can like, what is one world where you can you have to wait till you swim against currents, but in other things,
yes, in Agrabah, like he can swim up a waterfall.
Thank you. Yes.
But in this he can't swim through the very well. Okay, so let's talk about gameplay real quick. Just sort of, what techniques did you use? Did you have a tough time figuring out the worlds? Were you able to grab onto the dolphin who takes you down the current tunnel? Just tell me about your tailoring your game experience to this world. Start with Brooke, alphabetical order.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, I've played before. I remember being frustrated with the swimming, but actually found it more accessible this time. I don't know why. That seems to be a running theme for me. This playthrough is that things I thought I didn't like or were exceptionally challenging are surprisingly welcoming and comfortable, which is, lovely to experience. But I found, but I imagine that if you don't know that the colored shells mean a specific spell to open, that would be frustrating. I guess it tells you, but it's a very tricky world. Like, I feel like I get lost a lot in it. Like, the calm depths lead me to this one open sea place, and I know that they have the tridents guiding you to Daddy's palace, but where Ariel's grotto is versus where the sunken ship is, and like I find like there's a lot to be confused, which is interesting because again we have a vast world with many rooms when in comparison to Wonderland, which you think would be beautiful with many vast spaces, is simply a brown box. But I still found myself getting lost a little bit, but I really enjoyed it because Ursula is the greatest boss fight in the like Disney realm in the game. Okay, that's me.
Well said. Kyle?
For me, in response to sort of like Brooke's thoughts about how the world is laid out, it is a very vast world. Like it's very, very big. The distances you have to travel is very big. I don't think as big necessarily as Deep Jungle for me, because I found that very tedious. This is also tedious, but in a slightly more, maybe it's just like aesthetically pleasing way. But I felt like I could map it pretty easily. My problem stood with, I prefer to play games like this. Like I really like using the magic, but I rely heavily on just physical attacks. And the fact that there was 3 dimensions of movement as opposed to just like two dimensions of movement in other worlds, like made that pretty difficult. And for some reason, those yellow squids did not. No, actually, no. All of the damn villains did not want to die easy in this game. So that was like very tedious work that like kind of bothered me. And I felt like all of the things that I had to do throughout this level were kind of like tedious with no real sense of satisfaction until we get to all the Ursula fights, which I thought I thought the second one was really, really fun, really great. And the first one, because I didn't look up how to do it first, like really, I was so frustrated. I could not figure out how to do it. And Flotsam and Jetsam really ground my gears. It took me so long, I can't describe to you, to figure out what the hell needed to happen. But I ended up doing it. And maybe that's because maybe I stopped listening at one point when Triton was talking. Does he tell you how to do it? He talks a lot in that world. He talks so much.
That's because he's daddy. Yes, Kyle, everything you're saying really resonates with me. He does say after he's like hurt and, you know, he looks really sad on his throne when Ursula's stolen his trident. He goes, Ursula draws power from her cauldron. You need to attack that or something before you leave. But it's not a very pointed, you know, hey, when you get there, attack her cauldron with blizzard and fire. I will say when I did that battle, which I've done a million times, I went in and I forgot to put ethers in my items, if you will. And I got in there. I had no ethers. And I was just like, do I just let myself die or do I keep fighting? And I decided to keep fighting. And the reason Flotsam and Jetsam are there, and they really they kind of go like, there's no escape. And then they bang into you. And they really take a lot of damage. The whole thing I had to do is I had to go fight them while Ursula's spinning around and slapping me with her tentacles in order to get enough magic to attack the cauldron. And it was probably like a 25-minute ordeal. It was really, really intense.
I didn't remember how either. I think Ryan actually told me, and I realized that I had to attack the cauldron, but I didn't realize why or how. And so I similarly was just like annoyed with having to like recharge my NP with Flotsam and Jetsam.
Brooke, here's what I will say I did. It was I had never really used the Keyblade Spellbinder before, which is the one that gives you 2 or 3 extra magic that you get from Merlin, but it does pretty much no damage when you hit people. I decided when I went to Atlantica, because I had the same problem Kyle did with just not being able to generally get to the Heartless, that I was just going to use as much magic as I could on them. And using Thunder in this world made the Heartless grinding so easy, except when the little, I guess I'll call them green scuba diving Heartless show up. Thunder actually doesn't hurt them. I think it even helps them. So you spend most of the world, the little ghost Heartless and the little jellyfish Heartless. You can get those by Thunder, but it's the ones with the little like tridents and the spacesuits. You know what I mean? Like scuba suits. Those do not respond well to Thunder. So basically, I got through the entire world without attacking anybody. But then I got to Ursula, number 1, and all the extra magic really helped me out. Then I got to Ursula number 2, and I will admit it, I still have not beat Ursula number 2 this round. Yeah.
Ryan.
I'm not here to impress anyone. I'm just saying that I did. Okay, for the record though, during Monstro, I turned off my experience because I thought the game was getting too easy, so I didn't get any of the points for defeating the
You thought the game was getting too easy?
It was getting too easy. In Monstro, it was getting too easy, so I spent the entire level of Monstro not getting any experience, which has come back to bite me in the...
I can't tell you how angry that makes me.
Well, I mean, I got my comeuppance. I 2 of Ursula's mouth bubbles knocked me out, and so I'm grinding elsewhere. I made a mistake. Can we all recount some of our favorite Ursula lines from that fight?
I literally cannot.
couldn't.
It was months ago.
Okay. My favorite is when she sucks you in and then she bites you and she goes, not very tasty. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Whoever wrote that script, I'm just like, get ready for this.
I love her. Wow.
She's queen.
Okay. I was just gonna say, should we rank it? Should we give her a number?
Before we do that, I would like to invite Kyle to sing as much as he remembers from the Atlantica music.
I just told you I played this months ago.
It's so easy that if I start you off, will you join? You'll definitely remember it. I promise.
Okay.
I just listened to it and I can't remember it.
All right, count us in, Brooke. Count us in. You're both gonna feel very foolish when you remember what it sounds like.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's just under the sea.
Just under the sea?
It's just under the sea.
The one I listened to was like a riff on Under the Sea.
I like when like it comes in with like a in the middle of some of the phrases.
Okay, but listen to the one that I just listened to.
Yeah.
This is an adventure in Atlantica, but this might be from the second one.
That's what. Thank you.
That's the boss music, or that's the music when you fight the Heartless. It's like the battle music.
Okay, let me see if I can find the real one. Kingdom Hearts Atlantica. You're right. It is just under the sea. Oh no.
Oh my god, you guys. Okay, watching Little Mermaid for apparently, I guess, the first time in like 17 years, I had no idea that Sebastian was no more than just like the court orchestra person, like the composer for King Triton. I thought he was like the Zazu of the world, but no, he was just like the choir master.
That's literally why in the next two games, or in Kingdom Hearts 2, it's literally just a fun world where you go and play music.
Fun may
Sebastian.
not be the right.
Word,
but
wow.
Can't wait.
Okay. Well, I'm disappointed in myself. But to be fair, I looked up the boss music and not the actual theme.
You get a pass.
Thank you. Okay, let's rank her.
All right, Kyle, do you want to be our first guest ranker?
I would love to. Can you give me exactly what scale I'm using? What rules go into
out of 10? Just out of 10.
Okay.
Interpret as you will.
I think that this world for me gets like a 6, and I think that is it gets a 1-point bump for the boss battles because I want to give it a 5. I feel like I just like this is one of those worlds that I was just like trying to get through because I wasn't having super fun, and then when the boss battles came, I was like, okay, now it's kind of fun. Maybe we'll give it a 6.25 because I'm still obsessed with the shark/dolphin Sora.
Wow, nicely played.
Thank you,
Ryan.
Yeah, Kyle's really speaking some truth to me right now. So I don't like the gameplay of the world. The whole thing where you have to fight all the Heartless in the giant, vast cavern area in order to grab the dolphin, because like you fight all the Heartless and then you're ready to go get the dolphin because you can't grab them unless the Heartless are gone, and then they'll come back and you spend all that time and you just basically need to clear the entire area, or you can just follow the dolphin to try to get it to be blue where there's not any Heartless in your vicinity. It's very annoying. So I was gonna give it maybe like a 5 or a 6, but the first Ursula boss battle is probably it's one of my favorite. Like that and the Oogie Boogie boss battle are two of my favorites in the whole game. So I think I'm going to give it a 7, which feels a little generous, but I do think the world is very beautiful. Like the courtyard outside of Triton's throne, there's some very beautiful areas. I think the mechanics are super wonky. Why they decided to make Mermaid Kick, the button for Mermaid Kick and the button to go down the same button makes no sense. It's so stupid. It's just like, Actually, I'm going to give it a 6.5. I mean, that pisses me off to take off half a point because like fighting Ursula, all of a sudden I'll be trying to like go down towards her, derriere or like up towards her neck or something. And I'll start mermaid kicking and I'm like, no. And then I'll die. So yeah, 6.5. I didn't want to say trunk or I don't know, whatever. I don't know. Yeah.
Trunk, junk in.
Junk in the trunk. Her wet as tentacles. All right,
Okay.
Brooke, over to you.
Okay, I've been absorbing everything that you guys have been saying, and I think I'm gonna give it a 6 because I was leaning towards a 6.5, but all of your points really stuck out to me. Like, I think it's so beautiful, and I really enjoy that the theme music is just the song, and I love the boss battles. But like, I got lost too much, and I didn't enjoy the Heartless. I don't like that there's like some big octopi and some little octopi and then some big ones where the little ones come out, and those green things, they make me uncomfortable. I don't like the inaccessibility to the dolphin, but that's something that also comes back in Hollow Bastion. Like, sometimes you just want to get the fuck out of a battle and like let me zap away, let me dolphin away. And like, I found that Atlantica was the world that I was texting you both questions about, because I was like, how do I move this fucking chest? How do I do this? How do I unlock this door? But I did love the Ursula battles, and I love Ursula. And again, I love the characters of the Little Mermaid, Flounder and Sebastian included. I did also want there to be something more in Ariel's. Like, I want, because like you can lock on to like some of the things, like the clock and the globe, and like you don't do anything with them except look at them. And I wanted it to kind of be like Deep Jungle, where you could like do something with them. So 6 for me.
Yeah, this really feels right. I feel like Ursula is just too good for that world. If Ursula was in that world, it would be nothing. If it was like Atlantica world, the parasite cage is a boss, that would be a -2.
What's the parasite cage?
Oh, that's from
Monstro.
Real quick, I think we really got to the bottom of this. I just want to give Kyle a platform here to defend his views on Wonderland to us, because he said he had some thoughts.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes, I didn't make it through the entirety of your Wonderland episode, mainly because I was furious. No, actually, I just ran out of time.
Did you hear the porn?
No, I did not get to the porn, but rest assured, okay. I will get to the porn, because when there's porn involved, that a good podcast makes, in my eyes, yes. I guess. But at the beginning, you do talk about how your mutual distaste for sort of like all of the hidden portals throughout the world, and how like it's just a small brown box, and that's just like very annoying to you, and you're so mean to it. You guys were like kind of bullies to it, and you wouldn't let it swing with you on the monkey bars, and I like really felt for the level. But that's actually what I loved about the level. It was very fun, like just like trying all the different things I could to get into these little like pens of grass, or trying to like use these flowers that are so needy to like get the things that I want, and trying to like grow big to smack the thing, to grow small to figure out, is that exactly what I needed to do to make 7 other things happen? And then going back when I had different trinities that I could use to like discover new portals and new shit. I had so much fun with that level, other than the Trickmaster, which was sort of a hellish experience.
You didn't find it like significantly underwhelming based on the content that Alice in Wonderland the movie gives you?
In that regard, sure. Also, my God, that card battle is one of the worst things I've ever endured.
So bad.
What's so interesting about that is that I had watched a couple playthroughs to get the clip of the Queen's underwear, and really, you didn't have to fight the cards at all. All you had to do was go for the clock tower or the windmill, and that's all. And that's I was like, I was shook to my very core.
Wait, there's a card battle before that.
Wait, no. I think what Brooke is saying is you only have to go to the thing keeping Alice up in the air, the thing with the gears. Like, you only have to attack that. You don't have to fight the cards at all.
Really?
Like, you have to do the boss battle, but you don't have to interact with the cards. You just need to, you can kill them to keep them from killing you or knock them out a little bit, but you only have to fight the tower. power.
Oh, I'm so mad now.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm mad
Okay.
too, for different reasons, but
Well, I've learned a lot. It doesn't change my sort of glee, though, about like all of the hidden traps and like topsy-turvy moments of the world, which like really make me kind of happy. Like when you go and all of the sides of like the Trickmaster room, every different wall becomes a different floor depending on how you enter it. Ugh, I love that.
Well, this has been a great
and I'm very
episode, don't you
surprised that
think,
Brooke
Ryan?
Didn't like that.
Yeah,
Are you kicking me out for my love of Wonderland?
It's just, it's like when you find out that someone you love supports Trump. It's like, I didn't know you felt this way about something that I am clearly against, but
Ryan, that's
I'm okay.
For you to say because you live in Missouri where everyone supports Trump.
I know, but Kyle, I don't leave my apartment, so I just pay the cheap rent. And
Kyle, thank you so much for coming. Do you want us to find you on social media? How can we do that?
Yes, I'm on Instagram and Twitter at @KShermanator. That's KSHERMANATORR. There are 2 R's at the end. And you can also come find me at my apartment. Address is redacted.
Kyle, up.
Wow, Kyle. Before you go, would you like to sing a short something for us? It can be anything you want.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it.
I mean, even just that, I'm like, can you actually sing exactly this? I've got my shell ready. I'm just ready to go. Just whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
Oh, yeah. No, I just like, I don't trust you currently because I know what that means, as I did watch the movie 2 nights ago.
I won't cost much, just your voice. All right. Get out of here.
Thanks for listening.
Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. If you're looking to connect our hearts, follow us on Instagram at KingdomHearts_pod. And if you want to enter the realm of darkness that is our lives, follow us. I'm at Brooke Wiseman.
And I'm at Rye Bernstein. See you next week with another Kingdom Hearts Worlds and Kingdom Hearts ratings.
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts.
The podcast.